Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Am I here? I don't think that's true. I don't think that's cute. Hey folks. It's been a while. So, I can't see the screen from where I am right now. So I have to use my phone to see Twitch chat. So if I'm staring at my phone, it's because I can't read you. Hey folks, so I see Sareza, I see Josh, I see Mina, and Green, and Z-Ray, and Alaris, and Pachi. Thank you, Callista. I'm sorry, everything is broken now. This is a new computer. It's a brand new computer, so I've broken everything when I transferred over. It has been a single minute, yep. What have I got over there? It's a knife. Hey folks, so, yeah. I do have a Stella mug. This is a gift from Rourke way back when. Only 4 days until HRT. Congrats. I'm very happy for you. There is no name brand sparkling water in here. By which I mean it's Costco water. But hey, yeah. So first off, I forgot to put it in the description because I was scrambling around to clean my kitchen before starting this, but this PNG is by Fune Fune. They do a lot of really cute Final Fantasy XIV PNG tubers. But I got this so that I wouldn't have to try and fiddle with the camera because I've got enough hardware set up over here. You should see the one that Juno has. Hang on, let me find it. When we went on a trip to visit Doki and friends recently, Juno got herself a bottle opener or holder. Hi Doki. Everyone, Doki is super duper sick, like hecka sick. So please send her your love. She's been down and out for quite a while, so give her some love. But yeah, we got this one at Disney. It's actually super cute. Also, hello, Aniko 667 again. Welcome on in. Good to meet you. Good enough for near radio. Go back to bed, Pachi. Anyway, so it's like 6 o'clock ish, 6:30, which is right around dinner time over in these parts. I know it's been ages, right? And so, because I'm cooking all the time anyway, I figured I might as well stream it so that we have some company. In the future, when I do these, I'm going to try and publish the recipe ahead of time. So if any of you are interested in following along, I try to make them pretty accessible. You can go out and grab ingredients and cook along here because nothing's pre-prepared. It's all going to be live. So on the menu today, we have I'm making tonkatsu. This is inspired from a place we went to in Japan called Marugo. It's in Akihabara. They do this really fat, thick tonkatsu. That was super, super good. But I figured since that's kind of boring to just do one thing, we're also making some miso soup. So, went to or lived at? More like lived at, honestly. That place was super good, and we ended up staying there. And I think we ate there like 3 or 4 times. It was not good. So I'm gonna get rolling. Actually, I've actually posted this recipe before on the server. So if you want to search for tonkatsu, you can find it in there. But you know, it's easier to show you how to do it live, right? So how is the camera angle here? Can you see okay? Is this good? Right about here. Right about here. The PNG turned out super cute. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Again, the artist for this was Funay, Funay. They're on Twitter. They do a bunch of really cute Final Fantasy 14 type stuff. So if you are in the mood for trying to apply for a PNG of your own, go for it. So these are pork loin cutlets. I actually got these from Costco. I don't remember how much they cost. The whole pack had 8 of them in it, and it was $20, so like $2.50 a pop. Thank God for Costco. Yeah, right. Yeah, stuff is super expensive these days, so we save where we can. Hey, June. Juno's like right over there, by the way, like right just off screen. So when she's chatting in here, don't pay her any mind. Anyway, so this is just pork loin from Costco. I actually made this earlier this week once before. So this is the leftovers. Must be awesome to stream and stare at your wife. Yeah, it's pretty great. She's giving me a very cute little look right now. It's unusual for her to look so cute, actually. I wonder if she's planning. But yeah, I just rinsed them off and I'm patting them dry. We're just gonna prep these and let them sit while we work on the miso soup. I'm well behaved while waiting for food. Yep, it's not until after the food comes that you turn into a menace. I've also got Ham by my feet over here. Scheming about eating? Yeah, well, what else would she do? So anyway, as you can see, these are like super freaking thick. Like, 2 knuckles of a finger. Estimate these are like 2.5 inches thick. This is a style choice. Some people make tonkatsu kind of thin, so you would cut it in half here and pound it flat to make more of like a chicken nugget, porky nugget. But the place we went to actually kept them this fat size, so that's what we're going to do today. So first, instead of pounding it to tenderize, which will make it flatter, we'll hit it with a fork to poke just holes in here. And so once they're all, textured, we'll do it on both sides. Hi, Ham! Get off! Auntie Doki misses you, Ham? I bet you do. He misses you too. Embrace your inner Tom Perry. How's Dawn Trail been, by the way, all you people who have been playing? I figure most people are almost done by now. But I watched my entire friend list spiral away into nothingness. Oh yeah, be careful when you're doing this. Don't put your hand close to it like I'm doing. You will stab yourself. Green finished it. Has he destroyed the assemblage? Not destroyed yet. We took it away from him. Believer, do as I say, not do as I do. Yeah, just wait until you see me start cutting stuff. It's not a good time. Doncho has like blue clamac. Want to kiss the big lion warrior lady? I've heard people really like her, except she talks too much. Like, she has an oversized role in this expansion, so some people are like, please, I want to talk to my boy Alpha now. Wook, let me go back to my family. Doesn't surpass Enmar Cohort so far, but hey, well, it's a new world, new everything, so I can give it a pass on there. You haven't burned through in like 3 days? That checks out. Cutscene to gameplay ratio? Ah. Game of Thrones mode. We had an entire expansion for Alpha No. Yeah, we did, and it was great. Don't at me. Heaven's Word was amazing. Are you feeding treats to him, June? Or are you just looking at him? Vuklamak is the main character of this expansion. It's nice to not be the main character for once, though. Isn't it? FF11 was a very different game. Very, very different game. Stop spreading misinformation. I got salt here, salt and MSG, actually. So what we're doing here is we're just prepping the meat for later. Salting it to extract a little bit of water, tenderize it a little bit. This salt will pull out some juice and then it'll get absorbed back in, kind of salting a little bit of the inside here so it tastes a little bit better. You may say, Stella, you're using a lot of salt. Shut up. And then, of course, a little bit of MSG as well. Let's see. Never seen a salt container like... Yeah, it's called a salt cellar. It's super useful because sometimes some people put like pepper on one side and salt on the other, or white and pink salt. I put salt and MSG because I'm Asian and a creature of taste. Hey Maya, it's good seeing you. Enjoy work. I'll see you later. Hey Sab, it's good to see you too. No. I'm gonna say it again. This gift was made by Funny, Funay on Twitter. She is fantastic, does some super cute art, does FF14 characters really well, so if you're interested in a PNG tuber of your own, please go check them out. We're going to go ahead and salt both sides of this. Flavor crystals are important. It's true. It's true. Every culture uses them. Well, every culture with good food. Stella, have you been playing ZZZ? I actually have, yeah. Just a little bit. It hasn't really grabbed me. The gameplay is a little bit simplistic for my taste, but the characters and the aesthetic is super cute. Who won that mug? I wonder. All important things. Salt, Mobile Suit Gundam, Massive Sick Gardens. Massive Sick Garden. I haven't heard that one before. I'm gonna grab a tray. Just get a baking tray here. We're gonna just throw these bad boys on here just so they don't pool liquid underneath. Like so. If you're industrious, you can pop that in the refrigerator overnight. That's called a dry brine. You do it for chicken, you do it for turkey. It makes meat taste a lot better. We're just going to leave it out, though, because we're not waiting too long. Coffee, hello. Everyone say hi to Coffee. The Doki Classic. Washing off the cutting board. Hope y'all are having a lovely day. Sure. The sink? It's a decent size, I guess. But it's square, which is wrong. Hi, Tay. Good to see you. When are we getting a streamer mansion for you to make delicious things while I make unholy abominations? Well, you know, home ownership prices out here, it's a little rough. You're supposed to grease the ground up nubs? Is that what those are for? No cross-contamination here today. Yep. So we're actually moving on to the second thing. So the pork is brining over there, so I'm going to go ahead and start on making some miso soup. Gunpla nuts contain the flavor. Thank you for the resub, Tay. You're getting raising canes because you can't task. Listen, Tay. After this, when I do it again, I'm gonna post a recipe ahead of time. I want this one to be a surprise. So that if you want to make it on your own, you can follow along because I'm doing this all live. Let's see. Let's grab a little bowl. I call these my my Juno bowls because they look like Juno. Look at this. But we're just gonna go ahead and make some dashi to start. All right. Oh my god. Caniac. What units do you scale at? I use metric. I'm a scientist. I've never had raising canes. I would love to try. Yeah, there's a tiny paw print on the inside if you can see. So I'm gonna make dashi. It's dashi. I think everyone's seen it before. This is the one I'm using right now. It's actually not the right one that I like at all. I forgot to get the correct one today. But it'll work for our purposes. The good one is like, you know, like a single firm sheet. And it's sparkling water in the cup. It's Costco sparkling water. I just wanted to show off the mug. Anyway, we're gonna make our dashi. So I can never really get a good sense for like how much to add, especially with these like little ground up flakes. So I use a scale for this. Chicken is mediocre. The sauce is what makes it great. Ah, I see. Sauce is the heart of flavor, after all. So this is 10 grams. I don't know if you can see on the scale here. We're just gonna get a big pot. Toss that in there. And then I'm gonna go grab a cup. It's actually quite easy to remember the ratios for dashi, because it's 10 grams of dashi and then 100 mils of water, or a liter of water, so 1 to 100. One. And 2. Let's see. Has the scale had its daily calibration check done and signed off? You know, I don't live near NIST anymore, so I don't care. So they can suck it. I'm gonna actually pop this on the stove behind me. There's no room on the stove behind me. Plan B. You can find the recipe online if you want to make it at home. Yeah, so I read a lot of different food blogs to find recipes. Some of them I like better than others. Oh, Raising Cane's, you mean? Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about the soup. Silly me. Silly me. All right, where's my thingamajiggy? So what have all of you been up to? Any big things happened in your life since the last time we talked? I feel like it's been ages. I barely know any of you anymore. I will trade you some arroz caldo for some of my miso soup. Oh, sounds great. Thank you. Oh god, that's loud, isn't it? Let me try and move this mic away a little bit. How's that? Better? a little better. Therapy is really helpful, though. I'm really glad for you. And your birthday is soon. I know, Cereza. I know. Any fun plans planned? Anything cool going on? It's good to see you too, Toki. It's good to see you too. I just turned this on low heat. This is actually an induction little grill. They're kind of nice. Super portable. Good for boiling water. Nah, you're gonna keep it down low because you have to celebrate 2 birthdays? Alright. I can understand that. I'm old now. I don't want to celebrate anything. I just want to chill. I usually don't bother with this, but it's nice to see what temperature you're at here. Oh, that's a Fahrenheit. So, the trick with miso is you don't want this thing to boil quite yet. You want to bring it up just under boiling. So, boys day. Birthdays are an excuse to pamper friends with the food you make. However, you will only pamper your wife. Yeah, it's I usually don't cook for birthdays. I actually usually go out because I don't know. I find that the cooking is better for holidays, you know, where like Christmas or Thanksgiving. But I like going out for birthdays. I'm gonna get the bonito too. Every Grand Blue player's favorite thing. Bonito flakes. Might actually make what I'm making for you. You've been working on making tonkatsu well. Yeah, hopefully if you pay attention, there's a few tricks in here that might help you out. So, yes, bonito. You're paying attention? Good girl. So I'm just over here using the scale again and gonna get 10 grams of bonito too. Same as the seaweed. The kombu. Is that Ham over there? Stop crying, Ham. I already fed you. But more pets. No more pets for him. He'll survive without them. Make some rice too. Can't have Asian food without rice. This is the one I'm using today. This is tamaneshiki. I don't actually know what any of that means, but it is a short grain rice, little stubby little rice. I like it for sushi. Short grain rice can be pretty expensive to find though, stateside. I find that, generally speaking, I have to go to specialty stores to look for this stuff. So if you don't want to spend money on this imported crap, regular nishiki or calrose will do you just as good. Calrose is what I grew up on. And I've heard a lot of theories on whether or not we should. Sen has been sentenced for his crime. What did you do to him? You found a $20 bag for half a pound of short grain sushi rice. Is that from Bob's? Is that from Bob's Red Mill? Unfortunately, that stuff is real. Like most of his stuff is really good. I don't really trust him for rice, but the superior cat has prevailed. I think I have a little bit of background music going on here. I grabbed a video from, I think, Sessions, like Riot Sessions. If you can't hear it, let me know. I figure just listening to the kitchen is a little bit boring. Just a bag that you found at Natural Grocers. Bit quiet, but is there? Quiet is good. You know, I figure most people are doing something else while hanging out, so I don't want to overpower it. Playing ZZZ or Star Rail or Dawn Trail. Faster Than Light, maybe. I booted that game up recently because a friend was telling me about it, and it's upsetting how much fun it is. No, you have my undivided attention now. Oh, I do? What did I do to earn that coffee? I'm grateful, but not sure what I did. Anyway, we're about at 90 Celsius right now in here, which is just under boiling. So we're going to turn that off, and we're just going to take our bonito and just tuck that bad boy in there. Dirty rice water always feels like forbidden juice. Maybe. Crap. Oh well, whatever. So you're actually supposed to take this stuff out of here first. The kombu. Oh, I totally forgot. Whatever. I love the look of dirty rice water, though, you know? It's such pretty stuff. Brain has only a single processing thread tonight, same with Doki. I mean, it's Monday, and you're sick, Doki. I wouldn't expect you to have any brain cells active. You know, my parents always told me, wash this until it runs clear, you know? Like, stop making the water, like, white. I've never accomplished that in my life. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. So, if your rice water looks kind of like milk is flavored, it's probably fine. Okay, good enough. Close enough. If you heard that little ring-a-ding, bunch of rice cookies these days have little songs that they play. Mine's Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which I think is adorable and fitting. We are simply not diligent enough to wash the rice until the water is clear. Yeah. Yeah, my parents would be ashamed, probably. You usually don't have the patience to wash your rice, but you're a bad example. I'll shill for this stuff. This rice. It's fairly cheap medium grain rice. I think it's a Cal Rose, but they polish it pretty well when they produce it. So you don't need to whitewash it necessarily. It helps a little bit to make it like less starchy, but that is my daily driver of rice. This bad boy can hold so much rice. Actually, no, this bad boy holds very little rice. I think it's like a 3-cup rice cooker. It's like nothing. Polished to a shiny finish. I played a little bit of Sakuna. Have you guys seen Sakuna? I saw Kiara playing that a while ago. Actually a very charming game. Although it's thinly veiled rice farming propaganda. Farming simulator, it's so much more than just a farming simulator. It is a rice farming, yeah, it is a rice farming simulator. Rice and only rice. Alright, soup is steeping, like tea. What else was I supposed to do? Can't remember. Oh well, probably not. Oh, thank you. You're not much for farming things, you spend your time in the mines. That's what I do in Stardew all the time. Up there in the mines. I'm one of the children who yearn for the mines. Rune Factory says hi? Oh man. Don't bring back memories of Rune Prana, okay? Okay, Gino? That was a rough time. Well, I guess we can start working on the rest of this. Bringing back memories of Chlorica. Your maid buddy. Righto, so I believe the next thing we should do is go ahead and prep up the coating for the tonkatsu. So let me go grab my stuff. You heard that it's coding and went, nah, you gotta learn to code to make katsu? Yeah, that's totally what you've been doing wrong, clearly. So it's super simple. Basic bitch recipe. But just need a couple of eggs, some regular ass flour. I don't know why I bought King Arthur flour. This stuff is like super expensive and it's really not worth it. And then panko. This is the brand I like. It's from J Basket. Because the crumbs are super big on here. Like, some places will have like a really small crumb for the katsu, or for the panko, but these are quite big. So they make a nice texture. Move this out of here. Tail, you know your stuff, right? Okay, let's go ahead and grab. I'm not sure what I saved this from. It's just a plastic container from something else. It's a good stuff. It's a good stuff. So, just a bit of flour. You don't have to sift it or anything. That's for gay people and bakers. Then we'll get. Actually, gonna reuse this little paper bowl. Put on a plate. Yeah, I think most plates are a little bit too shallow. To do it totally properly, but like something with high walls like this, you know, a lot of times when you get like some packaged meats, or I think this was a package of meatballs from Costco. They'll come in like little plastic containers that you can save. Even got the one-handed crack. I've been practicing that for a while, actually. It's not that easy. I actually have two kinds of eggs that I use. This is the cheap egg. These are the cheap eggs. So the shells are a little bit thinner, but I don't need a good egg for just a coating on here. Hey, Professor, welcome on. The meatballs weren't beef, were they? They were Costco meat. I don't know what that is. You can take it up with John Costco. Good to see you, Prof. The PNG is by Funay, F-U-N-A-Y on Twitter. They do really, really cute art. Please check them out. I forgot to put them in my description, but I will after this. All right, nice thin texture. You want all that protein kind of knocked down. And then Ray, don't drop anything. Drop something. John Costco is really working really hard to keep $1.50 hot dogs. Yep. Believe in you, John Costco. Yeah, the English lines in combat do get pretty bad, but the English voice acting outside of combat is really cute. Protein's illegal, Alaris. I will eat extra beef just for you. You're building a new desk. Are you back from Nolans yet? What is that tiny wisp with a long handle? Oh, I think it's supposed to be used for muddling miso, actually. I got it at a Korean grocery store. I think it's supposed to be used for miso. I use it for eggs, because like 2 eggs, you know, you don't want to break out the big whisk for it. Yeah. Worst part about Costco is when you think of that about them, you're leaving Costco, and at that point you want to leave Costco. It's like my breather before breathing the parking lot, honestly. Let's out yesterday morning. Ah, okay. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed it. Good stuff. Hi, Minya. Oh, I'm glad. It's nice to see you. The food court is horribly busy every time I'm in there. It's about Zen. You just gotta vibe with it, sorry. Vibe with the unpleasantness. So I actually have this is one of my tricks you'll see if I do a mac and cheese video later, but there's Panko here has this sort of like dry, fluffy texture. Good for frying stuff and super nice, but you can actually also enhance it a little bit, which is what I did in this bag. So you see this texture is like really coarse here, and there's some golden stuff in here. This is it's Ritz crackers. So if you take a bowl of panko and you crush up a roll of Ritz crackers and add it in there, it'll add a little bit of butter and salt to the flavor. Super, super good. Great on like, you know, when you top like macaroni with it, which I'll do in a later video. But did I hear the words? What words? The macaroni and cheese words? Yeah, I'll show you my recipe later. It's kind of a high effort recipe. With the bechamel and everything. Worth doing though. I promise I'm not like stalling. I just realized that I just put the rice in and it's gonna take ages for that to finish. And I want this to be ready when the food's done. So we're just gonna chill for now. I guess I'll finish up the miso soup real quick. You heard maki cheese. Yep, that's right. Yes, stalling for rice. It's true. I've actually lost all sense of time by this point. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. But anyway, this smells really good, by the way. It smells hella good. I think the bonito they use is like smoked too. So it has kind of like a smoky flavor here. It's really tasty. Maury, hi. Howdy. Good to see you. Miss having chicken. Farm fresh eggs are amazing. Yeah, so I have two, like I said, I have two different things of eggs. One is the cheap eggs, one of the expensive eggs. The expensive eggs are so good, but so expensive. You think a fox got your chickens? Oh, that might have been me. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Sorry, I don't mean to joke about it, but the PNG. This is by Funefune. I'll retweet it later. I'm very, very fond of it. I got the special so I could do these streams without having to set up the camera. You miss being able to blow me up into a pretty. Maybe one day. I'm still setting up this laptop, so stuff doesn't work too well. Yeah, points if you can guess who the animation's based off of. It's a very specific character I referenced for this for the animation here. Then we had chicken for dinner for a week or so. Oh my god, MC. Oh my god. Oh yeah, have people played the new Elden Ring DLC yet? Ah. You'll notice that half the things on here aren't working right now. Is it good? Is it good? Yeah, yeah, okay. Sorta. I was thinking of streaming it as soon as I figured out my capture card situation, because I don't know where my capture card is. But I figure if I was able to, you know, carry out a stream here, I might as well try to do my usual stuff too. It's been very controversial among everyone. Why? Because it's hard? Is it because it's hard? So, now that this is fully pretty much extracted, I'm gonna grab a strainer. You know, this leftover gunk, if you save the kombu separately, like you were supposed to, which I failed to do because I'm an idiot, you can use it to make, I forget the word for it, but it's like a simmered sweet kombu, the kind of stuff they use to fill rice balls. Super good. Really easy. Yeah, look at that color. It's like, sorry, the first 6 words that came to mind were inappropriate, so I'm not going to say anything. Sorry. Rice ball making stream. Yeah, sure. I like making rice balls. And the nice thing is Juno can't object to anything I stream here because she gets to eat it all. I said you get to eat everything I cook, dear.
Yeah.
Let's see. Most of it. The leveling system gets kind of muted. Oh, I see. Long and massive. I don't know what's long and massive to you, Professor. Anyway, let me just go and get the rest of this cleaned up pot out. Z-Ray, what do you like in your rice balls? Both look so familiar. Yeah, you should guess who it is. This Promise is someone that a lot of people here know. Salmon? Professor the Salmon Boy? Let's go. Me too. Jelly rice balls? I'm not sure. I'm not big on jelly rice balls. I'm big on jelly donuts, though. So this stuff is, you know, fucked up, but Primrose's thinking animation? Primrose? She has a thinking animation? Are we tabletop? Yeah, I said yes. I said yes. Is it Maya? Close. Real close. Mushroom curry, huh? Salmon rice balls? It's not Nick, no. But good try. By the way, I have these silicone spatulas. This one is a potion. I've got others that are like bats and other familiar creatures. Anyway, so for this liter of soup, or a little bit less now, it's about 4 tablespoons of miso. I use this red miso stuff here that Juno really likes. You can make it however you like, though. This red miso tends to be quite strong for my taste, especially when it gets a little bit older and more funky. So you can cut it with a little bit of like a sweeter miso too, which I'm going to do today. Here, kombu cat. Apollo? Damn, you're getting close. It's a girl. It's a girl, Doki. Anyway, this is my other miso I have. I actually have no idea what this says. But it's like a white miso. Nekombu. It's Emma. It's Emma, Doki. Oh, jeez, that's loud. Hang on. Did you hear that? This is loud as hell. Tuna mayo. Oh, that's pretty good. Tuna with like keepy mayo is delicious. Definitely quite fond of that. Yeah, this is reference from Emma Sky. I think it's from the exact pose is from Spirit of Justice, but it's one of those. Doki's sick, give her a break. We love Doki. She can do no wrong. Wait, let me convince the jury. Why do you think there's so many bones in her grotto? I don't know. They just show up there. They just show up. Normally you would use that like the mini whisk I showed you earlier, and like a little strainer to do this, to whisk it up properly. I find a regular just works fine. Just kind of get a little vigorous with it. Because Miso likes it vigorous. Ain't the Great Ace Attorney? Yes, it is. Did I tell you I started playing that too? HRT science facts. Oh boy. A real one. A real science fact as well. Yeah, actually. So trans people are traditionally quite underserved when it comes to healthcare, and so it's actually quite surprising that we have fairly strong anti-androgens available for HRT. And so these were actually developed for a couple of other disease indications that were then transferred over to HRT once their mechanism and effects were really well known. Do you want to guess what those were? TGA2 is great, and TGA2 is one of the best in the series. Right, cancer. It was developed for prostate and testicular cancer. Because if you inhibit testosterone, you starve the cancer of a lot of the hormones it needs to survive. Also, for male pattern baldness. Finasteride is still a strong anti-balding drug that people use. Alright, so miso's mixed in. Looks good. I'm just gonna put some tofu in here as well. This is probably too much. I'll do half of it. I'm gonna grab my other knife for this one because this one's a little bit more blunt. I've used this knife for like 10 years now, so it's showing its age. Come on, tofu. Oh, there we go. All right. Jesus. I'm going to lift his camera just a little bit. Come on up. Up. There we go. Right. So I think we only need half of this, so I'm just going to put that in half. Put this away for later. Tofu looks satisfying. It's this is just regular silken, but it is quite slippery. So this is actually how my parents taught me to do it, way back when. I don't know why we do it like this. It feels kind of inefficient, honestly, compared to just doing it on like a table or a cutting board, but whatever. It is nice dough. Good texture. So you cut your tofu too. It's like an Asian thing. I don't know why. Oh, I was gonna say the place I refer to for a lot of my Japanese recipes is called Just One Cookbook, JOC. Very cute blog. Lots of really classic recipes there. But she also says to do it like this too. So I don't know like where this came from. But that actually was why I swapped to this knife, because it's a little bit more blunt. The other one is I sharpened it recently, so it's razor sharp and would have definitely cut me. What's cooking without a little danger? That's right, that's right. Why cook without a little bit of danger? Silky tofu is the best tofu. It's true. I also really like fried tofu. Like the kitsune tofu that they use for like udon. Okay. A little danger adds spice to life, not just your cooking. I mean, my cooking has plenty of spice. It doesn't need any more. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just set this to a low simmer, because I don't want the miso to boil, because it'll kind of dilute the flavor quite a bit if I do. But I do want to keep it hot for when it's ready, so. Fried tofu? What kind of fried tofu, Ziri? Yes, yes. What's up? That's good. Your figs are ripening. Oh, nice. Very nice. Is that, Mara? That I see? Hey. Welcome on in. Good to see ya. What are you gonna do with the figs? Are you making jam? You good, June? Is that katsu? It's going to be. It's going to be. So anyways, you can see here, especially I think on this one, most of the salt's absorbed in. A little water has come out here. It's a little wet, but that's good. Stuffed tofu Hakka style, the greatest dish. And it's pretty good. I like just a regular kitsune age that you put on top of udon. Shasumbi. Shasumbi katsu, alhamdulillah. One that survived being picked and eaten can be turned into preserves or baked into desserts. Candied figs, oh my god. I felt my pancreas seize up when you said that. It sounds so sweet. Alright, so I'm gonna set this up, my workstation here. So I'm gonna actually turn the camera just a little so you can see. Right. So Can't find meat that looks that good. This is literally from Costco. This is literally the pack of like what, like $3.99 a pound pork loin from Costco. It's just pork chops, boneless, super cheap compared to most meat that you can find. So I make this recipe a ton. Yeah, this is a mug that work got me. Papa work. Preserved fig with fish. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna leave this right here for now. Sorry. If you want to get meat from Costco, you have to freeze a bunch or find someone to split it. Make this. I usually make 4 katsu at a time, which is enough for dinner and then lunch the next day, and that's half the pack by itself. You can use the rest for stir fry or other stuff. You didn't see that. Next time you go to Costco, you get some? Yeah, you didn't see me drop a bunch of eggs here. Nope. Not at all. That's right. Alright, I'm gonna go grab one more thing. This is kind of heavy, so... hopefully I don't die. Okay. Alright, so big operations up here. But I've got the pork from earlier, flour, egg, and then the panko. I wish this thing went higher. Can I make this thing go higher? Oh! Ah, look at that! Perfect. Okay, that'll work. And then this guy here. This is my fry pot. I got this one on Amazon. It's just like, you know, a metal pot with a little grate on top. Super thin metal, so it conducts heat super well. And then last is, this is the thermometer. Yeah. Usually I don't fuss around with stuff like this when I'm cooking. I find it kind of extraneous and not really all that helpful. Next time we hang out, we should make this together? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Well, you know, Coffee, you see my outfit on stream, right? I think every outfit I own has these like long ass sleeves that are always dropping into things, so... yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna kick up this heater. You should be able to hear the buzz. I'm very sorry about that. But we're just gonna get this heat up. Like I said earlier, a lot of people cut this thinner here instead of these big honkin' cow chunks. So they cook, or typical frying temperature, conventional wisdom is about 160 to 160 to 170 Celsius. That's quite hot, and if we cook this at that temperature, the outside will get overcooked before the inside is done. So we cook this much lower. I cook it about 130. It's kind of a little bit of a pain to do because if you leave it in too long, they can get really soggy. So, you know, I would say that if you're starting out, just cut it half thickness, like an inch or so. Pound it with a hammer to get it flatter. And then cook it at 160 for like 5 minutes. So stabbing it and salting it does help. It helps with texture. The stabbing especially, since you usually don't give knives at the table for Japanese food. It comes pre-cut, so it's pretty hard to bite apart if you don't cut it first. The other thing, and this is specific here, actually. So first off, I'm just gonna hold my knife. It's actually more important to do that than just to look cool, unfortunately. Okay, but let me show you something. So if we look here, on the pork loin that you get, there's usually this like rind along the top here, and you want to keep that because that's fat. It's delicious. But if you cook this with the rind intact, what'll happen is the meat will shrink, but the rind will not, and so it'll kind of curl up into like a little donut shape, or like a little cup pepperoni almost. So what you want to do is you just take your knife and just create a little slit right down here, like so. Okay. Just a few. So I've got 4 or 5 slits in here, and this will keep it from rolling up. I also would not suggest holding it in your hand like this when you're doing it. This is a terrible idea, actually, because once you cut through the rind, it'll slip through the meat like super easily. So it's very easy to cut your hand open. But do as I say, not as I do. Make sure it's cut through all the way too. It'll be fine. It's basically tofu. And then this one, there's like, this is an end piece of the loin, so there's no real rind, but you can still cut it just to make it feel included, because, you know, pork has feelings too. What the hell are these puns? Get out, all of you. Get out. None of you are eating tonight. No, Mara, you can eat. You can eat. Sorry. Threw this at my laptop. No? Did the light just turn on? All right. Thanks for coming, everyone. Good night. Screw all of you. Screw all of you. Your goddamn puns. We're at about 80 degrees. Just puns. You don't have to be on edge. I think she made her point. I think she made her point. Stop fucking ready. Warning you. I'm warning you. sicko Tonberry mode over here. Seriously? Slamp. You're not even that hot. Stay on. FF15 Tonberry lightsaber technique? Excuse me? Is that the knife that you use at Nick Me? I don't think so, but it might have been. I keep about six knives here. So it may have... Actually, that is the one I use for fish, so it may have gone for you specifically, yeah. What? Is that a Tonberry with the caked up ass? It is, right? Is that 16? FF15. I don't remember what the Tonberries in there look like. It's just a normal one with a lightsaber. Really? That's kind of cool, actually. Huh. Huh. Alright. They have a black cape instead of the normal brown, the Organization 13 looking Tonberry. There's Marlboro that had the sabers. What? They're just legally distinct, Yoda. They're not legally distinct unless they make the same death sound. Getting too hungry. There's not even any food on here yet, Josh. It's just bread. It's bread and some egg batter and nothing else. You can't even see the meat. It's not even here. Don't worry about it. A feast for kings. Did you know he's indeed a king? We're at 102, so a little bit longer. What we're willing to sacrifice for garlic. So, I think I mentioned it a long ass time ago, but I do, we go through so much garlic here. Oh, Minya. Thank you. Thank you for the 500 bittles. Or, sorry, Minya, what the Josh. Josh, thank you, Josh. Thank you for the 500 bittles. Oh, man, maybe I'm hungry, too. Yeah, I think I'm getting hungry, too. Stella for gourmet. No, I didn't. I know who you are, Josh. I'm just really, really dumb. You miss garlic? What happened to garlic, MC? Measure garlic with your heart. That's the only correct way. Who am I? Sabarino? Don't try to trick me, Sabarino. I've actually, you know, I do like minced garlic pretty often, but like the packet, like the, you know, the one that comes in a jar is not super good. But I go through so much of it, you know, like you're trying to mince up like 20 cloves at a time. So I got a slap chop. I want to sell you my garlic slap chop. I'll do it another time. Jarred garlic isn't great, but it's convenient. Yeah, jarred garlic is not where it's at, but if you get the pre-peeled garlic, that's a lot better. I love my nuts. You guys did use the slap chop when you were here. Okay, so oil's at about 120. I am using just canola oil today. Personally, I think the best tonkatsu is if you use lard. Which you can get from like if you have like a local Hispanic grocery or something, they actually usually have it. Ask for manteca. But lard, I think, makes a much better tonkatsu. It's just a pain to get a lot of lard, unless you get like the store kind, which is like hydrogenated and not very good for you. So I go to the Hispanic market for the fresh stuff. Anyway, I'm just dipping the pork in the flour. and then dipping the floured pork into the egg. I have a tiny, tiny little fork I'm using for this because if you use your hands, you will rub the coating right off, which is no bueno. Okay, and then from there into the panko. So, a point of contention here. Some people say to do 2 coatings of flour and then egg before panko. I find that, works fine too. It does lead to a very thick crust, however, which can be insulating and kind of nice, and keep your pork from getting too dried out. But at the same time, I feel that sometimes it tends to peel a little bit easier. Just personal preference bias, but feel free to do whatever way you like. I don't see that much of a difference though, so it's not really worth the extra work to me. Alright, any hoodle. Nice and battered. It's going into the dip. Hydrate and stretch. I'll do that as soon as I finish putting the second one in, because I do them 2 at a time. Whoop. But you see how that bubbles? It's not bubbling all that vigorously compared to like normal fry oil. If this were about 170 like normal, it'd be a lot more vigorous, but nice and chill. It's going for a swim. It's going for a swim. And like anyone who goes for a swim, we gotta take the ladder out of here. Right, Juno? I usually like to press down on the pork too to get it to plenty of the panko to stick. Drop that on in, and then... Okay. So for a cut this thick at 130, a little hot now actually. Usually takes about 10 minutes. So we'll give it about 10 minutes, 5 on each side. We'll roll it over halfway through. Let me catch up on chat. What the hell happened? Lard? Is that the charisma base? Nope. Isn't a garlic slap chop just a cleaver? Eh, you're onto something. Squish that pork. So one hassle point to frying is that it's really important to keep track of the temperature. Fry temperature can change quite drastically when you put the food in. So right now, we let it get a little hot, so it's about 145. I turned off the heat to let it drop a little bit. When it gets to about 130, I'm gonna heat it back up again. I'm just keeping it moving just a little so it doesn't sit on the bottom. But you can already see it frying up quite nicely. We're almost done here, actually. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. Hang on. Love those funky beef to fry pork too. Alright. You want that? Kabetsu. Indeed, kabetsu. This is some cabbage I been using for a little while. This is about a quarter of the original head. So let me just rinse this off. Yeah, do you want to talk about the original size of this cabbage? This cabbage was a Titanic cabbage when I first got it. It was like it wouldn't fit on this cutting board. It was so big. This is about 1/6 of the entire cabbage. Like, it was a gargantuan creature. All right, so typically when you make this, you use like a mandolin to slice it. Those are scary. Those are hella scary. So rather than doing that, I'm gonna cut it with a knife. Traditionally, the proper size for this is about, you want like shavings, basically. So about this, thin little pieces. You're not scary when you use the glove in the guard? I do use the glove in the guard, but I'm much more comfortable with the knife than I am with the scary mandolin. So, this is enough for like one serving here. Just fill this bowl up. And then June is a psycho who likes her cabbage like super thick, so I'm gonna cut some for her. Like fat pieces like that. I don't know why she likes it like this, but what the lady asks for, she gets. This will go into here. Now, one thing about cabbage is, between the leaves, it may look clean because, it's a pretty tight thing. It's not, so rinse it off. Get a little bit of that extra dirt off here. Proper knife and skill is far more useful than a mandolin. Yes, also mandolin is like one of the leading causes for like elderly people to like go to hospital and die, so you see cabbage and think of one specific vine, is it kabetsu, kabetsu, kabetsu. Pretty good, June. Yeah, I think of that one all the time too. Flip this over. Get a little longer in there. Just doing your job. Also, hello, Gadget. She's constantly on your desk now. That's where she belongs. It's her home. It's her home, Tay. It's where gadgets have to be. Alright, well, this cabbage is almost up, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Cabbage, your favorite SF4 SPO champion? Jeez, that's a deep cut. So deep I don't even recognize it. Oh, Kyabetsu. I remember them now. Yeah, sorry. You had to type it properly. Again, that is a deep ass cut because I was like in college when that went on. Ah. All right, we're almost done. She provides the odds in real time because my redeems don't work because I'm a dumbass. Is anyone else making dinner right now or have dinner plans after all this? I'm sorry for making you hungry. I know this was a surprise. I know you didn't consent to this. Leftovers? You had mushroom curry, right? Thursday and well, now Juno's gotta do it whenever she sees. Shepherd's pie. Oh. I have a lovely shepherd's pie recipe if you'd like to see it sometime. You couldn't wait for stuff to defrost? Microwave! Yes, Ab, I'll do it again. Gonna go prep breakfast and go to bed? Sounds good. Yeah, I'll do it sometime. Alright, they're looking pretty good. So we're about to hit time here, so I'm gonna pull these suckers out. Ooh. Okay, shut up. Shut up. Thank you. I will say ahead of time that pulling these out with a pair of chopsticks is way harder than it looks. So, actually, let me turn this off. Yeah, the lighting on the hair is a little bit, not the most generous, but they're actually a nice golden color. It just doesn't look like that because of the light. So anyway, the trick to these is when you let them cool, pop them on their side. It keeps the bottoms of here from getting soggy as the oil runs out. If you need to, you can use like a little paper towel to prop them up. Or each other. What's the sauce? Give me a sec. Gonna go ahead and make the next one real quick, but I've made sauce myself, and honestly, it never turned out as good as this. But there's these two, Tonkatsu sauce or fruit and vegetable sauce is Bulldog brand. It's honestly delicious. How long was that in the fryer? 10 minutes. Because these are pretty thick. At about 135. So, if you're not feeling comfortable with the amount of time, you can put them in for 12. They may get a little soggy when you let them air out if a lot of liquid comes out, but they'll be delicious. Perfectly serviceable. She lies, her sauce were fine. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't any better than the store-bought, though. You made katsu sauce a couple of weeks ago, not quite the same as Bulldog brand, but did the job. Yeah, I mean, I made it too. Honestly, the hardest part to get right is the spices. There's a lot of odd spices in katsu sauce. like nutmeg and stuff that are not always easy to estimate how much to put in. So that's the hardest part for me. I haven't figured out a good amount for my katsu. Yeah, you wouldn't expect a lot of the stuff that goes. It's got the usuals like the ketchup and the Worcester. But it's got like nutmeg and some other weird stuff in there. Clove. Asians do some weird stuff with with Western spices and ingredients. All right, one more. There's nutmeg. Yeah, there's nutmeg. It surprised me too, but once you taste it, you can't untaste it. Yep. Nutmeg was with me. Ah. You cannot untaste. Yeah, it's true. You know, one book that's really good to read is I think Kenji. It was a Kenji's book. It's the salt, heat, fat, or salt, acid, fat, and heat, something like that. But super good read. If you're interested in cooking at all, please, you know, find an ebook of it or something. I learned a lot from it. Primarily how important just putting vinegar in everything is. Even things that you wouldn't expect to need it. Kenji Lopez Alt. Yep, that's the one. Nice guy. I like his videos. Alright, the first one went in a little bit early, about 2 minutes early. So I'm going to account for that on the timer here. What? They do what? Parboiled pork chops in water and vinegar? Is that like passing through oil? That sounds fascinating. Ah! Oh dear God. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Hey, how's it going? Hiya, hiya, Key. Hello and welcome, Raiders. Hi, folks. Welcome on in. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope your stream went fantastic. For those of you who are new here, hello. My name is Stella Strega. I am a witch VTuber, walking disaster, and general hazard to life and limb. Today, we're doing something a little different. We're cooking. I'm making dinner. I'm actually almost done. But thank you, Dragon Raiders. Thank you. How'd it go? I feel bad. I'm like almost done. The last little bit of food's in here. Gina was like gnawing at my feet, trying to get some food in. You're playing stories. Hanging out with your monsties? Was it 1 or 2? First time playing. I've heard Juno telling me about that game. It seems fun. It seems super fun. Very cute. I love the friendship animations. Very, very adorable. Oh, thank you, Luna. This is by Fune Fune. I'm gonna type it actually. Fune Fune. They're on Twitch. Or Twitter, sorry. And they do a lot of like Final Fantasy 14 related stuff. What do I do with the oil afterwards? Ah, great question. So if you have, I have like a bucket that has a strainer on top that you can pour the oil into. It strains out the particles and lets you save the oil for later. And so if you kind of are not going to be frying again for a while or want to save it for a little bit, you can put it into there. You seal it up and it's airtight so it doesn't spoil. But if you're done with your oil, so you use it 4 or 5 times, it's starting to smell a little funny, or you put some shrimp in there and now it smells really funny. I use this stuff. I actually heard about it in Japan or from Digimon Ghost Game. But it's a powder that you put in. Let me see it in here. That when you put it into hot oil and stir it around for a little bit and it cools off, it turns into like a hard jello. This is mostly stearic acid. So it's kind of the same process that happens when you make soap. Fry oil expensive? Sure is. Sure is. So this pot is, I mean, like a thing from Costco is like $13 or so, which is quite expensive if you're on a budget. But it's good to see you. Happy to see you streaming. Yeah, me too. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Kezu's part of your main team? You sure about that one? You sure about that one, Key? You sure that's a good idea? Should definitely hold on to your oil. You'll throw it out after using. Yeah, you gotta, like oil it keeps for a while. And you can use it multiple times. This pot I can usually get about 3 or 4 good uses out of, but I'm making like, 4 or 5 pork chops at a time. Their name is The Thing. Yep. They aren't lying. That do be a thing. It do be a thing. If you can, you can save it in an airtight container. Like a coffee jar is actually a great way to do it. If you have like one of those folder or metal coffee cans. If not, then you can just store it in the pot. Just cover it with a lid. It'll last less long. Like you should use it within like a week or 2. But if you store it in a jar, you've got like a month or so to work with it. Giganox, please stop telling me about Giganox. Every time you tell me about Giganox, you lose years off my life. Every time. Imagine Cassie, but yes, I've seen Giganox. I don't want to. I forget, was it Tay who was doing Smash Pass or something on Monsters? But yeah, I think I saw it in there. It's terrible. It's a bad time. Hasn't escaped Monhan 3 yet. Yeah, yet. I'm just about done here, so I'm gonna get ready for service. Just a couple bowls for soup. These are this is wakame. It's like dried seaweed. Little goes a long way. But this is the kind of like little seaweed thing that you see in miso soup all the time. You put a little bit in the bottom of each bowl. Zenith Kazu, who swallows you whole, and it sounds like an instinct. Oh my god! No. I'm good. I don't like 4. No thank you. I'm all set. No bueno. No bueno at all. I'm gonna put some of the soup we made earlier in here. Yeah, just watching the oil. I've had today with oatmeal this morning. Yeah. Yeah, Key, go get some food. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you have a lovely night. Take care. Get some good. Get something good to eat. And I'll see you around, okay? Thank you so much. Yeah, just watching the oil. Isn't she named after Gadget the Mouse, Tay? I think she is, right? Hey, Gar. How's it going? Venus. Uh-huh. Why do they have instant kills? Alright, I'll be back. In the home stretch. Sadly, you have to do a lot of work to even get him working because it's MMO. Yeah. I've seen a lot of cool monsters in Monster Hunter Frontier, though. It's a dead MMO. Oh, no. The what? The what grind, Cereza? 1,000 like you have to fight 1,000 monsters? That sounds terrible. Why would you do that? Why would anyone do that? Okay, this guy over here is done. Take a look, take a look. I'm gonna take a real picture of this because the lighting here doesn't do it justice at all. Hey, Stella. Oh, what's it called? Maro. How's it going? Thank you. I'm not using my model today because I'm up in the kitchen, so I didn't want to deal with the camera. But I'm glad you like it. It's by Fune Fune. I said that like a trillion times in here. I really need to put that in my description. But I adore it, and it's super convenient for this. Oh my god, please turn over. This chicken nugget, this dinosaur nugget is too big and dinosaur shaped. Let's go ahead and get... Colors and textures are very pretty. I know. And it's got Juno on it, which I think is critical. Absolutely critical. Dino Nuggies. Let's see, who is this? Lucia Lisser. Lisser? You heard me a few times during Cerveza's streams. Good to see the owner of the hat we keep feeling. Haha, it's my hat. It's okay. If I have my model on, I usually steal her glasses in return. So it's a fair trade. They're actually her old glasses. So it's not even like an up-to-date stealing. But lovely to have you in here. Great to meet you. I hope you hang around. Dino Nuggies? Yeah, I call them Dino Nuggies because they look like little dinosaurs. Like, look at this guy. Look at this little dinosaur. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna get him out of here. Oh god. Oh. Flawless. Safe. Alright. I'm gonna turn this off. Didn't drop anything. It's a big Nucky. Yeah, it's chunky, right? Super chunky. Yeah, I like your 2.0 glasses on you, but I like your 1.0 on me. Well, let's go ahead and do the thing that Pachi's always asking for, which is plate up here. So this is the first one I took out. It's been resting for a couple of minutes here. It helps some of the juices settle in a little bit, kind of like a steak. 5-second rule. I mean, it didn't fall on the floor. It just fell on the countertop. Alright. So this is how it looks in the end. Nice color. And the outside is like nice and crisp too. Yeah. So I mean, it's not gonna be like a steak. It's not gonna be pink or anything. Some of these are actually a little bit more tender looking, like here, a little bit more pink, or here, a little bit more pink. But they're fully cooked through. All right, I'm gonna pass this off to Juno before she dies of starvation. Yeah, I know, June. Hang in there. And I'll plate mine up in a minute. So juicy, please, kid. You know where to find me, Z-Ray. You know where to find me. Also, like, you know, like I said, I'm going to publish recipes for this, just ingredients at least, before the stream next time. So if people want to follow along, I promise these are not that hard. Feel free to grab ingredients beforehand and cook together, you know. I find that cooking together is more fun. So, and also we have our miso soup. I'm gonna plate this up and actually take this photo to post on Twitter to farm for engagement. But in the meantime, thank you so much for coming. This was a lot of fun. I'm gonna try to do more of these. I'm gonna try to get back into this gaming saddle. I have this fancy dancy new laptop here, so I can actually stream again. But in the meantime, does anyone know anyone we should raid right now? I don't have any of my normal gear, so I don't know who's streaming right now. Except for Baslin. Oh, Vivi's streaming! She's saying hi to Vivi. Let me finish cutting this out. Or if anyone has someone new, you know. One of the nice things about streaming is that I was able to meet a lot of new people, and I'd love to continue to meet them if possible. So if anyone knows anyone who, you know, someone cool to hang out with or to meet, do let me know. But if not, we'll go see my sister. Lovely to hear you again. Aw, thank you. It was lovely to see you too, Josh. I know I've been absent for a long ass time, but the last couple times I kind of tried to come back to streaming, I was feeling still not fully myself. I was trying to do it just to do it, but I think I'm finally a little bit more the Stella you remember. It's been a while, but helps that I'm in my element. Cooking's always been my favorite thing to do. The one thing I said on my debut slides that I said I would do that I never got to do until now. So thank you. Oh, hey Joe! What's good, Joe? Everyone say hi to Joe. We love Joe. Nice to finally see you. Aw, thank you, Coffee. It's always lovely seeing you in Doki stream too. I'm glad you dropped by. Really appreciate it. Alright, let's see if we can raid a friend. Wait, raid. Back with chicken biryani. Oh, biryani. That sounds delicious. I'm jealous. I want that instead. Can we trade? Let me get some rice on here. Ta-da! It's a simple meal. Really nothing special here, but... Oh, no melon. Sorry about that. You'll take some tonkatsu? Please, come on in. Help yourself. Like I said, there's still 2 more, so... Alright, thank you so much for coming, everyone. I'm gonna hit the raid button. Frick. I fricked up. Ah, I did it. Oh, thank you for the gift sub, Minya. Thanks for coming by. Nice to see you. And yeah, thank you everyone. Thanks for coming. It was a ton of fun. Hope to do it more. I have some silly ideas for things I want to do later, like oh, you'll see. Ah, Jesus. You'll see. But yeah, thank you for coming. Lovely to see you. And as always, have a good night. Take care. And well, thank you for the warm welcome back. Right now, I would normally tell you to remember that you're loved, but I think more than that, I feel like I'm loved. So, thank you. Tonkatsu sauce is right here. Don't worry, Tay. or this stuff. I like the store-bought version. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you. All right, dear. You hungry?
Yeah, I've been sipping on the miso soup. That was okay.
Hungry for the good stuff?
No, I've been enjoying this.
What?
The miso was a surprise.
Oh,
You told me, I just forgot.
yeah. No, it was a surprise. But do you like it?
Yes.
I can't believe I was able to survive that. Do you care about the dark elves? Look out. Look out! We're at 2.0, not 10. Hi, Stella. Bring it out, light speed. How did your cooking streak go? Is this really what the finished resistance weapon looks like? Mikey!